The Napa Valley's very first winery is celebrating their century-and-a-half birthday with a bash, 150 years in the making. I'm here in Charles Krug's historic redwood cellar. I'm with Peter Mondavi. He is here to give us the inside scoop on the celebration of the century. Hi, Peter. Nice to see you.
Oh, it's great to see you again.
I'm so happy to be here. This is so fun because you guys have an amazing 150-year birthday party coming up.
This entire year is our 150th celebration, and did a whole series of things, but it's going to culminate in a great party September 10th here at the winery on the carriage house lawn. It's called Tastings on the Lawn, but we're gonna blow the roof off of this whole festivity this year. So
ooh, I'm excited, blowing the roof off.
Yeah, we're gonna pull out some library wines as well, so we can taste a little bit of that history here in Napa Valley. Charles Krug, a Prussian immigrant, founded the winery in 1861, the first commercial winery here. It's still in operation in Napa Valley. My grandparents immigrated from Italy in 1908 through Ellis Island. In 1943, my grandparents bought the Charles Krug winery. And then the late 60s and early 70s, my dad amassed a series of properties throughout Napa Valley. So today we own about 850 acres of land. It supplies over 90% of the grapes that we use for Charles Krug, which is very important to control our destiny.
Wow, holy smokes, Peter. I feel like we got a really history lesson, but this is your life, right? You kind of know it like if I was talking about me growing up. You know, it's so funny.
It is, because I grew up all my life here. I started working, my first paycheck was 8 years old, doing odd jobs here at the winery during the summertime on summer vacation. So yeah, I've experienced all kinds of facets of this business.
I put a question out there to social network because, I gotta love Facebook and Twitter. And the number one question I got from people is to ask you what it was like growing up as a Mondavi and if you felt any sort of pressure to live up to the name.
When I was a young child, growing up here, going to school here, I just went to the local St. Helena High School, nothing special, anything like that. A lot of other vintner kids were in there. And you know what? Being a vintner back then was not overly exciting. We were in a very isolated little group here, and we just kind of thought that's what life is.
And then when you got older and you're like, hey, wait a second, I'm a Mondavi. I'm pretty special.
Oh yeah, things are changing now. Things are definitely changing now. But we're trying to teach our kids to be kind of neutral on the whole thing. So
yeah, I'd imagine.
It's more of a challenge now.
I was gonna say, they're like, hey, wait a second, we're kind of famous. And then of course your father, Peter Mondavi Sr., one of the last living legends. Is he still working 6 days a week, drinking a glass of wine a day?
Well, he's slacking off a little bit. He gets in the office about 10 in the morning, stays till 5 or 6, often comes in on Saturdays, and he gets locked onto very specific projects. He likes to know what's going on overall. But his latest project is we have our retail room, which ultimately we want to move inside here into the redwood cellar. He's really busy on that one and pushing us and prodding us along to get that completed.
Wow, and he's 96, correct?
He's 90, he says 96 and a half.
Oh, 96 and a half. He's not playing around.
Yeah, so he's counting half years now.
Oh my goodness gracious. Now for the big celebration on September 10th, is he going to be here?
We hope so. He's always invited to all these events, and you never know until the last minute if he shows up. But I'm hoping he's going to be there. I think he will be.
You've got all kinds of surprises you're going to pull out of your hat.
Another thing we're going to have on display is Charles Krug's original press that he used. So we actually have that in the retail room, and that'll be on display as well for the 150th anniversary.
How cool. Is it usable? Can people kind of mess around? You're don't touch it.
That concept has come up. So that concept has come up. So we may see if we can revive it for a ceremonial pressing.
Yes,
I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not, but we have to inspect the integrity of the whole thing.
Can you see I'm trying to get a little Monique Cuvée action going on?
There we go.
Thank you so much for having us. Here's
Thank you very much.
Another 150 glorious years.
We hope to see you at the Tastings on the Lawn.
I'll be making my Monique Cuvée. Are you kidding? Cheers.
Cheers.